Welcome to Eclipse, Episode 5, The Others. Alex Ward cannot join us today, but will be joined by Neurofourier later on in the session. So welcome to the stream. And where we last left off, everyone was about to get down to cryo sleep, and Buck had a strange incident materialize in his mind. He was speaking to a cowboy in the desert. And we'll pick up where he left off from that last episode with a hand exchanged for a handshake. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine. I didn't catch your name.
They call me the other cowboy. Sorry. It's hard to communicate this way. I'm not you, I'm me. Do you follow?
Bits and pieces. What do you mean, communicate this way there?
When I communicate the way you communicate, it's troublesome for we. Do you get it?
English is not your first language. That's all right. That's okay. You're doing really well, bud. Where are we?
We're in space, brother.
Lots of things are in space there, Theodore. Could you be a little more specific?
Theodore. I like that. Yeah. Let's Theodore.
That's what you said your name was, right? Theodore Cowboy?
That's correct. I am Theodore Cowboy. Well, let's get started. You touched the key, and now you're wondering what's happening.
To put it lightly, yes.
You've opened up the connection. But unfortunately, you were the only one that did it. So we can't communicate with anyone else.
Connection to what there?
There's a vast network out here in the outer space. And now we're connected. Unfortunately, the connections go deep. Everywhere. The connections run. The connections, and you see him kind of like blurry out a bit, and then he kind of comes back into full form. The connections are like a door. You leave them open. Your door is open.
Well, yeah, sometimes I keep doors closed and locked, though, so, Is this you sort of knocking on a door and saying hello?
It's not the way the doors work.
How my doors work.
The doors are open.
Okay.
We'll have to communicate with you in the future. Seems you're about to go deeper into sleep. Goodbye.
But this isn't... Theodore?
And you see him kind of vanish, and then everything turns white. And Lynn appears. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Cryo.
Len, did you put a cowboy into the botany simulator?
I don't follow that command. Sorry.
Does the name Theodore Cowboy mean anything to you, Len?
Theodore Cowboy. I can search that on the internet for you if you'd like.
Yeah, please. I would like to gaze around the room.
Theodore Cowboy comes up with 1,012 search results.
Huh. What does the cryo room look like, Warden?
The cryo room, what you're currently in is a zero space. It's the slickware that Lynn has loaded up. So it looks like a lot of nothing.
Gotcha. Sorry, Len, never mind. So must have dozed off for a second there before the program booted up. We ready to settle in?
As long as you are.
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, Len, let's get this thing going. Remember, I wanted the not a greenhouse this time. Let's do something a little more updated, like a warehouse scenario sort of thing.
Warehouse, got it.
Something safe, something secure. Something
As
solid.
the warehouse appears around you, the world fades away and we fade out into the open cryo chamber with Peter looking on, unblinking. There's no movement in this room, and the lights are dim. Basically, there's a night mode when everyone's asleep, and Peter doesn't need full lighting to see properly. He gazes on at the cryo chambers and walks over towards Kiko's, and then enters in a code and thinks for a moment, and then he goes ahead and he decides to patch in directly, and he plugs a cord in the side of his head, and just his eyes roll back into his head, and he appears in this place. Kiko, where are you now in the slick world?
She would be what looks like a very serene beach setting. Peter would recognize it's a beach from Eden, nearby her home where she grew up in Jinchi. She's just sitting there in the sand. Her dog tags are in the sand in front of her. And running around, sort of sniffing, getting pets every now and then is Lord Kingsley, but not the one that we've got running around. He doesn't have any modifications. He looks slightly younger. He's got all of his energy, and he's just enjoying himself. It's part of the simulation. There is a table just sort of next to her in the sand, a low table. It's got a picture frame of both of her parents, and then she's holding a smaller picture of just her mum, and she's just sitting there staring out at the ocean, sort of lost in thought. Till she notices Peter is there, and hi
Hello.
Peter.
I'm ready to administer the changes to Mr. McDowan. If that's what you'd like me to do.
You know, Peter, I'm not sure. I'm starting to think I think that I don't know if Mum was telling me the truth. If she's been hiding things from me on purpose. Because it seems that these things are not as benevolent as they were once made out to be. And I was just trying to think, I don't think I used to be able to lie like this. I don't remember being like this. Do you?
Peter thinks a bit. I'm not quite sure what you mean by lie like this. I remember you when you were younger, and you were very different in many ways.
Right.
After your training, I did notice some changes. But I figured everyone comes back different.
Yeah. I just, I don't know if what we're doing is right anymore. And, I'm starting to think that there was a reason that Mum was keeping me away.
Perhaps. Does this mean you don't want me to administer the changes to Tommy?
No. We can't. You know, I was trusting. I just don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I can trust Mum. I don't know. I think I have been naive, is what I'm saying, Peter. I think Dr. Ruha's right. I just trusted that Mum wouldn't be involved in something. But I just didn't actually think about what I was doing. They're asking me to cover up what's happened, and I'm not. I don't think that erasing that from Tommy is. I know that that's not good. You can't do it. I'm gonna tell them. I'm just going to. They deserve to know.
As you say these things, roll me a. Let's call it a body save.
Okay. Oh, it's a fail. It's a major fail.
You get a splitting migraine spike of pain hits you as you are saying these words.
Oh!
Kiko, you're right.
I don't know. Something is something wrong with the sim, Peter. Oh, fuck.
Would you
Please
like me to...
check on this. Go back out. Check on the sim. Just do not install that slickware in Tommy. Okay.
Affirmative. And he vanishes. You remain alone. The pain starts to subside. The world is like vibrating a little bit, kind of glitching out around you, but it comes back to normal.
Okay. I'll just sit back down and I don't know. I just I look at the photo of my mum one last time and did you know? I'll just put it away in my pocket. I just try to center myself and think through what I'm gonna do now, how I'm gonna move forward, because something doesn't feel right.
Got it. As you ponder these questions, Peter wakes back up and his eyes roll back to normal and he unplugs. He looks curiously at the pod. Everything seems to be normal. We're arriving to entry unknown now. Oh. Right. Better wake everyone up. Okay. Time to wake up. and Peter starts going about his little process of the terminal, and the lights fade up slowly. And Ruha, you feel it. You're just enjoying a really good part of the book that you're in, but the world begins to kind of just fade away, and you can see the glass in front of you now as you wake up from cryo.
I push the pod open. Oh, I hate cryo sleep hangover. Lynn, don't think your shade was lost on me. I saw that first time cat owner's manual was on my coffee table. I'm figuring it out, just like you are.
The cat meows loudly as soon as it wakes up next to you.
Did you have a nice nap, Odin?
You see it just... But it seems to be...
What are you so awful about? What? How much do they eat? Was I supposed to feed it before we went in?
Peter looks over and Lynn kind of is like rubbing the sleep out of her eyes. Oh no. I think it's fine.
Oh, is it supposed to be this ordinary? Look at its face. Maybe its face is just like that, actually. What do you think, Tommy? Is it sick? You seem to have some expertise with animals, some proclivity with them.
No, it's a cat. It's just, some of them are cool, some of them are just cats. Please, get it out of my face.
Oh, what? You don't like Odin?
No, they have claws and they will scratch. And if he doesn't like what you're doing, then I get the brunt of it.
Odin wouldn't scratch. Would you, Odin? Odin, you wouldn't scratch Mr. McDowell, would you?
I get out of the pod and try to get away.
The lights are turned on and the ship's hum is clear and evident. Sanchez, what are you doing?
Still in my cryo pod. I imagine everything's...
Good morning, crew.
And...
You arrived at your destination. We're docking shortly. Welcome to Entry Unknown.
Alright, I assume...
Warden? Can you please put on my datapad a location for a veterinarian?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Warden.
I assume it's entry on as we've made it to Voidport then.
Yeah, I assume.
Everyone wake up all right? No sim horror stories?
Door?
What was that?
Door? There's a door. I'm a door?
Buckery, are you all right?
The connection. We made a connection. The door. The door. Key?
Buck,
Sounds like he's
saw
saying
something.
dorky.
What?
I saw something. There's a cowboy. A cowboy? Like a Stetson hat. And he talked about the key. He knew about the key. He said it was a connection, like a doorway. He said I was the only one who touched it. Others were supposed to, and that, like a signal, like a not a good connection, and
Can we look back through the sim feed?
Yes, you can. Peter, go to the terminal. I can pull it up right now.
Thank you, Peter.
How far back do we need to look, Mr. Sanchez?
I interfaced with Len for a little while at some point during cryosleep, and the cowboy was just before that. So, and timestamp before Len showed up in the slickware?
And Lynn kind of interjects. If it's before I showed up, or my avatar, that means that it was before you fell asleep. Because you should just see me load up as soon as the slickware is loaded up. So there couldn't have been anything before me.
Look,
Do we need to get Buck checked out?
yeah, he was, you remember he spoke with Dr. Ruha before going in? You weren't feeling so well beforehand, and remember, this is just in your head. It's just, some of these outside forces.
I think Buckford is under a lot of stress. I want to give him just a cursory look over his temperature, blood pressure, just check his responses.
Go ahead and
Flash a light in his eyes.
roll me a intelligence check.
The doc or Buck?
The doc. Sorry, Dr. Ruha.
I make it.
So, everything appears to be normal. His heart rate is elevated, and he, for all extensive purposes, is healthy.
What's it say, Doc?
Buckford, you just seem to be a bit stressed.
Nah, that ain't it, Doc. You keep saying it's in my head, but it's starting to feel pretty fucking real, Doc.
Well, things that are in our head do feel real, by definition. It's your perception, therefore it's your reality. I think you should rest. What do you do to calm down? I think I have some medical marijuana in my bag, but if you have your own supply, this might be just to calm the nerves. His heart rate is very elevated. Just to calm down, breathe, do some relaxation exercises.
And I'm sure that there are some bars at the Voidport.
Buck, roll me a panic check.
Oh, panic check.
Would you remind me the rules on a panic check?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
roll for panic. So you're going to be.
I think first there's a stress check, right?
It's a stress check.
So
yeah.
it's 2 of the D10s, not from 1 to 10.
Okay.
So the max you can roll is a 20, I believe.
Okay. I rolled a 10 total. 8 and 2.
And
10 total.
you're trying to roll. I don't have it up in front of me. Do you?
Got the book right here.
It should say. I think you're trying to get under. Your stress should be under that number.
My current stress is under what I rolled.
Okay.
My current stress is at a 3.
So
I
you
was at a
should
4,
be
but
okay. So you should be fine, right? It gets harder and harder the more stress that you get. So yeah.
Okay.
If you roll equal to or lower than your current stress, you panic.
Right.
Okay,
Lower
so
than-
I rolled above it, so I
Yeah.
did not panic. Okay.
Equal to or lower than your current stress. Okay. What's your current stress?
3.
3. You
I
rolled a
10
2?
total.
You rolled a 10.
10. Sorry, I thought you said 2.
8 and
I was
2.
about to say.
Sorry.
You don't panic, Buck, but as Ruha is explaining these great techniques of de-stressing, you see the cowboy grabbing some coffee behind her in the distance. And he kind of looks over, he waves, and then he kind of walks into the other room.
Doc, the cowboy's here. Doc.
Buckford, there is no one else on board.
Well, he walked into the other room. He grabbed him a black coffee and walked into the other room. Theodore! Hey, cowboy! I saw him.
Do we need to sedate him?
I don't know about that.
I'm asking the doc.
Buckford, on a scale of 1 to 10, how frightened are you right now? Be honest. No judgment.
6.5. We're pushing a 7.
Pushing a 7.
I mean, I've
Would
seen
it-
some weird shit, Doc, but
Space travel can be very stressful, especially given what we came in contact with.
that's
Would
what I'm
you
worried
like
about. I'm worried
little
with
bit
the
of-
contact, Doc. That's what I'm worried about. Like, space
Yeah.
travel is one thing, but
Yes.
I touched the damn key, and then things started getting weird. Maybe I've got, maybe there's like an infection, right? Maybe I got some sort of virus on there, Doc, that our fucking scanners aren't picking up. Something's wrong, Doc.
And
You
I
know
think-
what? We're out in deep space. Maybe someone on this port will have more insight into what. Maybe they've encountered this before. Maybe this is something more common for this area.
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless you know what we should be doing here.
my
Doctor.
worry is more so whether Buck is fit to go port side.
Buck, do you understand that none of us see the cowboy, right? And that
Yeah. That's all in my mind. That's what the doc said. It's in my mind. I'm just stressing out. I'm just freaking out.
do you feel? Do you want to come with it? Does that feel like it would relieve some stress for you to get portside for a bit?
Would you maybe like a little bit of chemical assistance to help take some of that edge off?
Yeah, Doc, I'm thinking maybe no chemicals is the way to go. Maybe stretching my legs will be good for me. Maybe getting off the ship is...
Some fresh air?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea, but Buckford, I want you to know that if you see this cowboy, you are not under any circumstances to follow him, and you are to stay with one of us at all times. It's very important.
Yeah, we
Alright.
can stay as a group.
Okay, I'm good.
And
I'll be okay.
Buckford, don't listen to the what did you say your friend's name was?
Theodore Cowboy.
Maybe we should not listen to anything he tells us to do. He might not have our best interests at heart.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's appearing in my dreams. What, like, positive intent could he have? You're right. I'll be okay, Doc. I'll be okay.
Then I'm going to turn to the others and say, I think we need a second opinion. This is a bit out of my realm of expertise.
Yeah.
I think the key did something to him. And
Yeah.
I don't think I can fix what it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm for.
I can
what-
help him manage his stress and his anxiety, but
Right.
I cannot fix this obsession he has.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, maybe we can get some more answers portside. Did you all see the files I uploaded? Warden, were they uploaded all right?
Files are uploaded fine.
I would assume that I looked at them,
The
but
fi-
I don't know what they said.
The files that she uploaded detail a mission. And what they detail is a very clandestine mission to rendezvous with the others as part of a first contact adventure, if you will, to a mission to make first contact with the others. And it's very regimented and outlined. It's very much a military documentation. This account is something that, if you've read through it, you understand this mission that Kiko was going on about. And it's clear that the only thing you're supposed to be doing is making contact with the others and finding out what they want.
And peaceful.
Yes, it's a peaceful contact negotiation.
Did the document outline any of their perceived abilities. Excuse me, abilities.
There's no information on the perceived abilities. It's pretty much like a shot in the dark mission to meet with these things.
Okay.
And it's been known for about, like, it would be dated like almost a year ago or so.
As Ruha, as you say that you've read through them, Kiko, a pain strikes your head again. And all y'all notice her nose starts bleeding.
Kiko, your nose.
What? Oh, fuck. What the hell is happening? Shit. This happened in the sim, too.
You should take a seat.
Okay.
Just sit down, pinch your nose. Don't bother putting your head back. That will just jettison blood into your mouth. It's not a good feeling.
Okay.
I look at Lynn. What is going on with your Sims?
My Sims, they can't do anything to you in the real world. This can't be the Sims. This is something different. I mean, a cowboy.
It is something different. Kiko, please come with me to my lab.
Okay. Tommy, I have to tell you something too. There's something else I need to send to you.
Roll a body save.
Okay. Oh, I passed.
You passed.
The 30.
You feel the kind of a throbbing pain still, but you manage to kind of hold yourself through it.
There's another file that you need to know about, Tommy. I'll get it to you afterwards.
It feels like a small drilling is going on in your head.
Fuck, I don't know what's. I'll head to the med lab first.
Yeah, go. I'll stay with Buck.
Doc, it feels like something's.
We're going to run an MRI.
Okay. I'll sort of make my way towards the machine.
So, the two of you go to the med lab. Tommy and Buck, you're staying behind. Where are you gonna stay in a different room, or are you gonna stay in the cryo area?
I'm sticking with Buck wherever he goes. I'm just making sure he's not doing anything he shouldn't be.
Where are you going?
Asher had said they'd had contact with the others before, right?
Yes.
Where is Asher? Asher's
Getting kind of suited up right there in the cryo lab.
Asher, you said you've made contact with the others?
Yes.
Could you walk me through the process?
Well, I can promise it'll sound crazy, because it is. And
lay it on me.
It's happened all at once. We stumbled upon them on a mining operation. And they kept saying this concept of trying to whisper and accidentally yelling. Or if you're trying to whisper into someone's ear, be careful not to yell. Or something about if you're trying to be quiet, you got to be careful not to be too loud because you'll hurt someone's ears. Or something like that. It's hard to explain, but I think
like
they were trying to
communicating.
Do you follow?
Yeah, I think I do, Asher. I think I do. In my dream, I saw a cowboy. And he made mention of having difficulty communicating like me.
Right. What was he wearing? Be
The cowboy,
specific
you know.
about colors, patterns, number of buttons, everything. Anything you can remember. Tell me. And as you think about this, we're going to go back over to the med lab real quick and join Kiko and Ruha.
I strap her onto my table.
So
All right.
you've got an advanced portable bioscanner that you can use for the purposes of the MRI. And I'm assuming you're using these fancy new high-tech gadgets to perform your tests.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on what you want to do, go ahead and roll an intelligence check and just describe what you might be looking for. Otherwise, I can tell you what might come up.
Can I apply my skill in biology?
Yes, absolutely.
I passed by a very large margin.
Great.
Do you think I got too close?
I'm not sure. I'm checking for, I don't know, tumors, any internal head injury, a head bleed, something like that.
So, as you scan, the only thing that comes up is a foreign object located in her cranium.
Oh, I was hoping that wasn't it. Kiko,
Yeah. Is anything showing?
you're not going to like what I'm going to say to you.
Well, what's happening is definitely not normal, so
No, it's not.
not too surprised, I guess.
Part of the reason I was upset with you earlier is that I used to work for the Marines. And sometimes, from my knowledge, they can implant things into people to prevent them from leaking sensitive information. I can't be sure, but there is something inside your brain.
No, that's
And I cannot remove it. I am not a surgeon. I am a psychologist. I can do some basic medicine.
they
but
they
this is
they wouldn't
beyond my
they
skill.
wouldn't do that. You don't
They
understand.
would. I do more than you know.
No, you're missing some information here. They wouldn't do, not because I guess the Marines wouldn't do that. I don't know anymore. I don't know any more about the Marines, but my mum wouldn't let them do that. My mum
It's just a shot in the dark.
My mum is Admiral Luna Larson. She wouldn't do that. She would let me know. She wouldn't have. Her own child? I don't know what Peter told you, but we don't have I don't have a traumatic upbringing or anything.
Peter told me. I filled in some blanks there. Peter told me that he tried to provide a nurturing upbringing for you because you did not have one, and that you were expected to be an adult, even when you were a child. I filled in some spaces on my own that maybe I shouldn't have. But I was very emotional.
I understand.
Before I got into show business, part of my job used to be knowing information extraction and how to obtain information by placing subjects under duress. And I have no desire to ever work with the Marines, even on a contract basis, ever again.
I'm beginning to understand. I just feel,
I know this is a lot to process. I think the best thing is for you to...
I feel like an
remain
idiot.
calm. No.
Why would she have done the? I mean,
We don't know that that's the case.
you know that that's
I just
what
wouldn't
that
put
is.
it
How
past
do
them.
I get it out?
There's something in there. And it's not organic in nature. Unless you caught a bullet in the head and it has been lodged in there ever since, there is something inside your brain tissue. We can't say anything definitively for sure until we have someone look at it, but something is triggering it.
What
at
else
this
is
moment
it
in
doing?
time. I can't say.
All right, I gotta get rid of this.
Yes, I agree.
I
We need a
don't know.
surgeon.
I don't know how. I can't tell
It's okay.
you anything.
I am with you. I am
All
with
right.
you. I am with you.
Okay.
Let's remain calm, breathe. We don't know exactly what's causing it to create these pains for you. I hand her a tissue to help with the blood. But I do know that it can't stay in there. We can ascertain how it was put in and of what type of nature it is later. We can remove it and give it to Mr. McDowell. Maybe he can figure that out. But
Okay.
I think it is my medical opinion it needs to come out.
Okay. Dr. Ruha, safe to say I'm with you here. I heard you loud and clear, and I don't think I want anything that. Yeah, let's go.
We can talk about this later. Come. Let's. Warden, can you please give me a directory of medical professionals in Voidport?
Looking up now. Medical professionals.
Can you beam me a list to my datapad?
I'm beaming you the information now.
Thank you, Warden.
All right, everyone.
Are there any names I recognize?
There are
Anything?
no names you recognize. There's
Oh my God.
and it's very much a list of weird business names that don't seem reputable.
Oh, it's okay. I will supervise whatever happens. Kiko, you rally the crew. I will pick out poison, so to speak.
All right, everyone. We are. This is. We've arrived at Voidport. Remember, if there may be some mods available here for anyone that wants to have extra protections, but also take some time for yourselves to I don't know, just take a breather. Just meet us back at the ship and we'll debrief and make some plans moving forward. Things are things are changing. Just take some time for yourselves, all right?
Ruha, you see two businesses stand out on your pad. One strangely named Chen's Noodle House, and the other called the Chop Shop. And
you know what?
Yes.
And I say this out loud. I often call my brain a noodle. So, either this person is very clever, or they are going to sell noodles to us. But I think it's worth a shot. I don't want to take you to some place called the Chop Shop. And Kiko, a lot of these are very disreputable. Look, this one only has half a star.
It's all we've got. You know what that said.
And look at the photos of this one. Filthy. Those types of conditions. No, let us try this out. Noodle.
That said, I'm gonna have Peter stay with the ship, would you? I don't feel comfortable leaving our ship unsupervised here.
Right, I was thinking the same thing. This dock doesn't appear to be, how do you say, secure?
Yeah. Alright.
I'm going to take our cat with us then too.
Yeah,
Just,
that's fair.
just to be sure.
Yeah, I'll grab Lord Kingsley as well. Put him in his little
Can we put them in the same
cart.
carrier? I don't have one.
I have a little cart that rolls terribly.
Play nice in there, Odin.
The cat appears to be okay with the dog inside the cart. Kingsley appears to be meh about the cat.
Sounds about right.
Before we jump into Voidport, though, let's run back to Tommy and Sanchez.
Oh, sorry. I assumed that I went to the group as well and was kind of like rallying us together. The
Right.
head crew, at least. When I said go enjoy us, it's like, everyone else we've accumulated.
So Kiko comes in, explains this, fabulous Voidport to y'all, and then they leave the room. Tommy and Sanchez, what are y'all doing in the meantime?
I had been talking with Asher.
That's right. And you were supposed to be describing every detail of this cowboy to him.
Oh, yeah.
Have you done so?
The way I remember seeing the cowboy?
Yeah.
Bright yellow plaid shirt. Like
Okay.
an unnaturally red Stetson hat. And
A red Stetson.
yeah.
Got it.
And the crispest white bandana. It was dark. It was
So, and Asher's kind of like, you see him just frozen, a white bandana with a red hat.
yeah, the yellow plaid
Yellow plaid.
person. Yeah. Does it sound familiar?
I gotta be honest, I don't think I've come across anything of that nature, but if it's that specific, if it's that specifically those colors on that cowboy, I'm sure that what you saw was true. And roll a sanity save.
Oh, that is a super Oh, no. I succeeded.
You succeed.
Rolling. Yeah.
As you see Asher pondering this, behind Tommy, you see the cowboy just kind of come in and just look around, kind of assessing the situation. And he's just kind of sitting there in the room. But you know better.
It's not
This
real.
can't be real.
It's not real.
Tommy,
Close
you
my
noticed
eyes.
this. him blinking, saying it can't be real, it can't be real.
I would check the train gun that I have on me just to make sure it has a round in it.
And Asher says, What do you mean it can't be real?
The cowboy.
But
Tommy.
there's no cowboy here.
Right, and Asher looks around. But you see he's looking just as wide-eyed as Buck now. Right, there's no cowboy here. Buckford, have you seen the cowboy on the ship? Is the cowboy in this room right
now? He's on the ship. He's yeah. Show them you. Hello.
Me? And Asher looks.
I'm talking to the.
I would be at the console for his cryopod, just looking through some data, trying to see what his vitals were like before all of that, before he went to sleep.
You see some strange heart rate fluctuation. Some brainwave activities gone up and down. Nothing that catches your eye, but then again, roll me an intelligence check if you would even be able to tell.
No.
Right, so you're like looking over this and like, what am I doing? I'm an AI guy. I don't even know what brainwaves are.
Right.
But
I'd I'll then head over to my console and start hacking mine real quick. Just looking for similar data and stuff.
right. Sanchez, as he does this, and Asher sits there kind of like looking at you straight in the eyes, just kind of like taking in everything. You see the cowboy kind of come up behind him and says, "We can talk later, you and I. Mano a mano."
E. Okay.
Asher says, "Okay. Right. I think we're done here." He seems very excited for some reason.
Yeah, let's go stretch our legs. Let's go.
Right. So
I finished
time
what
for a
I'm
break.
doing on my console.
What? The break already?
yeah. Break time. Break. Welcome back to Eclipse. We're now joining our crew as they land on the Voidport docks. As the ship comes to a halt, how many of y'all are going on to Voidport? I know Peter's staying behind.
I'm going.
You're going? Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all.
They're all
we're
going?
Yeah.
Okay. Lynn is volunteering to stay behind
Okay.
to work on the slick worlds. And Asher is going with you.
Okay.
Selena is staying behind to finish repairs on the ship from the previous encounter.
It's good. Yep. Forgot about that.
And Baxter?
Baxter is getting off of Voidport with y'all.
Okay, I'm okay with leaving him here. We'll see. He's walking with us, or is he just like going off to?
He seems to be going on his own route.
Okay.
You are on Voidport.
Okay.
There's a green light that washes over the docking bay, and there's steam spewing up from vents on the floor. This must be the recycled air that's pumped through the station. It smells stale, generally. There's neon lights dotting the alleyways ahead. There's some various shops and stands that you see in the distance, but something feels off. There's not the hustle and bustle you're used to seeing at a spaceport.
Where is everyone?
You notice one person up ahead on the dock.
We'll head that way and, excuse me.
Whoa! You come to Voidport. Welcome.
This is your port?
No, I'm not. I'm not owner of Voidport. Just live here.
Okay. Is this, I expected some more people. Is this,
And you see him as he's talking to you. He grabs an eyelash and just kind of plucks it. Problems been around. People been missing.
Okay.
did you just
sorry,
say people went missing?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, Malik's normally here, but he's not here anymore. He's went missing.
Okay, good day, sir. Let's keep moving.
Do we owe you any docking fees?
Nope.
You know what?
Why would
Never mind. Don't
ask?
ask. Yeah, never.
Can you see him
Are you okay?
grab another eyelash and just pluck
Oh,
it?
stop! Please stop doing that.
Just
Are you quite all right?
becoming. Just becoming.
Can you give him something? I feel he's upsetting me a little bit.
Can we just leave?
You see...
Just leave.
Excuse me. Do you know where Chen's noodle house is?
Kind of just points down the port way, down the alley. That way.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
This place
Hey,
is
hey.
gross.
Pete's staying on the ship, right?
Yeah. Peter
Yeah, he's staying on the ship.
and Len are both staying, and Selena. Yeah, we got 3 people staying with the ship. Oh, thank goodness.
You should make Pete do the
Oh,
thing. Because this place
Oh,
is
come
kind
on.
of
This
it's kinda
man's probably harmless. These
something ain't right.
Listen, I've seen some strange people wandering around Mumbai 1, and it's best not to make assumptions. Let's just come in and out quickly and not look like tourists.
Yeah, let's move.
yeah. Okay. Let's take a look. Try and find. We'll head the direction he pointed.
Yeah, as you head down that way, you see just groups of people kind of huddled together, and they appear to be like watching y'all as you go by, just suspiciously.
Oh god, we're going to get mugged. I brought my gun, right? I feel like I would have.
The Do you have your gun?
We definitely look like tourists. I do,
Yeah.
but I'm looking at us and how well we're dressed and how clean we are, and I'm like, you know better, Ruha.
I mean, I got you. I'm not in marine.
With our shiny new ship and our shiny paint job.
I changed into marine. Out of the marine outfit. I'm in civilian wear. For sure.
The Tommy, you notice graffiti on the wall as you're walking by. It says, "The becoming is now," written in big letters. And Buckford, you notice a woman sitting on the street corner plucking out her eyelashes. You think she was doing makeup. You thought she was like trying to like put in some eyeliner, but then you realize she's plucking out her own eyelashes and she's just kind of like rocking back and forth.
Are they missing any other hair that we can notice? Like they've been pulling out?
Yeah, you do notice some of these people have patches of hair missing from their head, or they appear to be clean shaven. And if they're not, they're currently plucking hair out of their body.
Okay, it's not just the old man.
No, everyone here is really fucking odd.
They're preparing for something. We should leave. We should move quickly. Is what I mean.
Yes, let's just...
Where the hell is this noodle house?
As you look around, you see a few signs. Chop shop, surplus plus, surplus plus plus, and then finally, Chen's noodle house. There's steam coming out the windows, and you smell cooked noodles.
This might just be... I could go for noodles. Either way, I don't want to skip out.
Just let me do some of the talking. I sometimes know how these sort of black market doctors work.
There's a old man sitting inside the kitchen, kind of just watching some boiling, what you assume is noodles.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. Can we get 4 bowls of noodles?
Absolutely. And he starts getting some bowls together, dishing them out.
As he's dishing it out, I'm going to say, see, there seems to be a problem. There's something inside my noodles.
What? He kind of grabs some chopsticks and starts digging around in the noodles to look for you.
As he gets closer, I'm going to grab him a little bit and whisper in his ear and say, do you deal with other types of noodles as well?
Ugh. You see him kind of look really sketched out by you. Look, if you're here for noodles, he's talk to me. But if you're here for noodles...
Noodles, yes.
Oh, and he kind of grabs the bowls away from y'all.
I'll still take the...
He pulls the bowl back to you.
noodles.
Maybe a little bit of both, I guess.
He leaves the bowls. And then you see him go over to a string on the wall. He kind of pulls it. He'll be right with you. And then you see him just kind of leave. He goes into some back room.
I'm not going to lie. I wasn't sure he'd be like, there's nothing in your noodles, you crazy woman. But it looks like maybe our hypothesis was somewhat correct.
How do the noodles taste?
They taste quite good.
I'm glad we stopped here. This alone, worth it.
I'm not sure you should eat before surgery.
Adrian, as she says this, you hear a familiar ring in your office. There's someone down below.
This time? Really? I'm looking around at my desk. It's just covered with piles of paper and what looks to be oil and blood stains. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I'm just gonna go up. So I'm gonna head up there right now.
Right. You see the crew of the Destiny sitting in front of you, although you don't know who they are yet.
What are you guys here for?
Good morning. I was under the impression that maybe you could help us with a different type of noodle.
Let's just skip the cryptic jargon at this point.
Right.
You're here for mods. You're here for medical expertise.
No. Yes. That one, the second one.
Okay.
Can we talk in your office? Is this possible?
Just you and I.
And the patient.
Do you have any weapons on you?
I do. I'm going to be honest with you.
Leave it on the counter.
Okay. Fair's fair. I hand it to Tommy, not to Buck.
Are we all going down? Are you guys coming too?
Well, we probably don't want a bunch of people in the room. I don't know what type of space you're working with.
Buck probably shouldn't be in an operating room right now.
I'll take 2 at most.
Okay.
It's your rules.
You have mods as well?
Yes. But let's figure out what you guys want before I answer any more questions.
Right.
Okay, step 1. You guys enjoy noodles, I guess, while we... There's something in my head. I guess we didn't tell you.
We'll
I'll go
talk downstairs. Yeah.
But I just leave Tommy and Buck with that.
As you head downstairs, you run into a third person. They're clearly an android. One of their eyes has kind of like been replaced, and they're watching you. And as you go down, and they join back up towards Tommy and Buck. They don't say anything to you, but they kind of just eyeball the weapons and just stand there. This is some kind of guard of sorts.
Just Buck, be cool, all right?
There's these thick plumes of hot condensation coming from this big bowl of noodles, and there's like heat building up on the side of my face, and I'm just looking out the window trying to see if the cowboy followed me.
Got it.
I'm not paying attention at all to what's going on.
Got it. Let's join Kiko and Ruha inside the office.
I immediately grab 2 very wobbly, it looks like they haven't been used in ages, just piles of books, dump them on the floor, drag them out, put them forward. Sit.
All right.
Well, before we continue,
Yes.
what do you look like? Adrian.
I am a very disheveled, lab coat, middle-aged Asian guy. I look like I haven't bathed in several weeks. Miraculously, I don't smell terrible, but definitely looks like I am very grimy.
Got it. Okay, let's continue.
I'm Dr. Ruhan Bani, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Dr.
Chen. Adrian Chen.
Dr. Chen. Perfect. Am I to understand that you are a skilled neurologist?
Neurosurgeon. I'm also specialized in special modifications, physiological implantations, so dermal implants, you name it.
Perfect. So the issue is that Miss Larson here, on board, I discovered something of an inorganic nature in her brain. And she has been having splitting headaches and nosebleeds because of it. And we need it removed.
Has there been any scans performed on? What scans were performed?
Just a handheld bioscanner.
Okay.
That's I don't know the nature of the object.
Have you ever had... Dr. Ruha suspect... Oh, fuck, I don't No. Do we tell them what we suspect it is?
We think it might have been implanted by the Marines, and for that reason, I am not sure if we try to remove it if it does not have some type of fail-safe measure. I did not mention that earlier, Kiko, because I didn't want you to stress out, but sometimes these things are programmed to self-destruct when removed. So that may be something that we're working with. I'm not sure.
That's why
it's just something that
I wanted to ask. Have you ever done this ever before? Do you know?
Have you ever had one explode? And what would the blast radius on something like that be?
The fact that first off, no explosion, and
that's good.
Okay.
I've done this. I think if I'm to assume correctly, I'm going to have to do one more scan. If I'm going to assume correctly, I have done this procedure 757 times.
Oh,
and I think I know what it is. But
that's a lot of.
That's a very high number.
The Marines?
You'd be surprised at how many people walk through this place. I'm going to also assume, if you guys haven't noticed, the people that are out there, you notice that they're not exactly at the right frame of mind.
We didn't want to. I mean, yeah.
No.
Very relieved to see that all of your hair and eyebrow is intact. That is a good feeling.
Yes. I'm going to ask that I do some preliminary analysis. But is the rest of your crew requiring modifications of any sort, or is this the only request that you have? Because I can tell you right now that my stores, or whatever I have in here, is very limited. We haven't had many people come through this port in ages, including my normal shipment.
Exactly what is happening outside?
I can only...
I have some idea, but...
I can only tell you anecdotally that what I've witnessed within several patients of mine, and also with several... with the people that I've seen out there. It starts off with very minor paranoid, bit of fidgeting, random emotional outbursts, and it basically emotional compromised individuals. But what you start to see eventually, what culminates is the removal of body hair all over. It starts off very minor. Starts off with plucking the eyebrows, maybe pulling at your hair once in a while. Eventually, it's full. I'm sorry. It's just this is a little much for me.
Is it contagious? What is...
I don't know.
When did this start?
I don't know. There's no there's no known pathogen. This isn't any literature. This isn't anything known. I am out of my depth here. I just know that it spreads. For the people who come and go here, we haven't seen them be afflicted with this, or at least that I know of. But I've seen most the normal people here, my normal go-tos. They're not the same anymore. You guys remember passing the chop shop?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There was a lady there once. She ended up taking her own life. I don't know why, but she had no clinical presentation of psychosis of any sort. People are disappearing.
Member of our crew who may be going through something like this.
Wait.
I would like to talk to you about your thoughts on the matter, but
you think Buck's going through this?
We have to get Kiko taken. I can't be sure. We don't know. I think Dr. Chen's analysis may be useful in this. and seeing if there is any commonality between
Yeah.
what Buckford is going through and what some of his neighbors are going through.
I'm gonna send a message to Tommy real quick. Just that keep an eye out. Something appears to have happened to people on this port recently. And then a little emoticon of like a goofy face, like, you know, the behavior outside we were witnessing.
What the fuck does this mean?
And
I will.
Hmm?
I will note to you two that some of the regular denizens of this place have been missing, gone.
Oh, yes. Someone mentioned that on the port.
Yeah. And it's usually preceded with the hair removal, at least presentations of that. So I don't know if your friend is experiencing this. Have you noticed any sort of abnormal fidgeting? Extreme paranoia?
Fidgeting, yes. I wouldn't say extreme.
Definitely
Some delusions.
no hair stuff. We would have noticed that.
Yeah, no hair stuff. That's, yeah,
Uh-uh.
definitively no.
Okay. That's my
They've been seeing things, though, which has made them fidgety.
Well, that's first.
Elevated heart rate.
Well, you have mods as well, right? Do you have any of those black boxes or anything?
Oh yes, I do. Several.
Okay.
In fact, right now I've got about 2 of those left in stock.
Okay.
Just two?
Just 2.
Just for options. We're not. Look, I can't speak
okay.
freely right now, Doctor, but I have some thoughts on what we should be
can't.
doing, and first things first, we might need some of those mods too, but I think I need to get this out. Are you sure you've done this before? No?
Oh, it's pish posh. It's
Do
very
you mind? It's just a precaution. How well do you sanitize this space? Because it just, looking at it, and are those your credentials on the wall?
Those are. But there's no
they seem.
But there's no
they
necessary
seem
to
to be
sanitize it if there's no one here.
Okay, that's true. I guess I can agree with that. I just have to ask if your credentials, which appear to be legit, are in fact legitimate. Why do you live here? It's not judging. Just want to know before you crack into her head.
I could ask the same for you, but
we're just passing through.
Oh, okay. Well, normally I would not reserve a tale for this, but given the fact that I have not talked to a sane person in several months, it is nice to have a normal conversation. Now, for me, I used to work for the military, performing bioweapons experiments. I took several steps too far that treaded into unethical territories, and
Fuck.
I am here.
You and I are more alike than I originally thought, Dr. Chen. Very eager to be assisting you in today's procedure.
Yes.
The fuck have the
So,
Marines been doing?
I have
don't
no
understand.
doubt in my mind that we are. Let me tell you. I used to work with the Marine Corps in intelligence.
Oh.
Specifically, extraction of valuable information from key assets. So we are birds of the same feather.
I
Yeah,
love
in the
that
same
you
family.
guys are connecting here. This is great. Could we get this
yes,
fucking
I
thing out of my
apologize.
head?
Oh,
yes,
Could you just do this again to confirm?
Okay.
What?
Well, I will
Tell
tell you
me
right
what
now
it is.
that we
I need
can't
to know
remove
what it is. What?
That's the first
We-
thing I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh.
We won't be able to remove it, but here's the thing. If my assumptions are correct, we can deactivate the mechanism in there so you can go about your life very boring life in whatever way you want to,
Okay.
without interference.
There was some judgment. Okay. Yeah. Yes. What is it exactly that it is doing to me?
Okay, well then, and while you're talking, I'm like rifling through all my crap and grabbing a whole bunch of tools out, and I'm just like, grabbing stuff and slapping this helmet on top of your head
Okay.
while you're talking.
Mhm.
Stand still, stand still.
Yep,
Yeah,
okay.
that's great. Yeah,
Still.
okay. Now, all right. I need you to hold still for 10 seconds. You're gonna hear a loud sound, and good luck. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. That's not what I...
That
that's
doesn't
not-
sound fantastic.
Don't you normally hide that? Don't doctors normally not vocalize those?
We aren't in a typical clinic.
That's clear. Okay.
I'm not going to mark him down for bedside manner in a filthy backwater
Okay.
in the
Did
back
you-
of a noodle house.
You have a slick socket installed already. Did you know this?
No. Mm-mm.
Well, surprise. You do. And it looks like
what does that mean though? Like,
Well, that's at least
So-
it's one step to not needing a slick socket installed. So
it's yours is a specific kind that has a specific software attached to it that inhibits certain communication or certain information being processed or communicated. My assumption is that probably there might be some classified information or some information background that you're not supposed to be discussing or processing. Has this triggered? You mentioned the fact that you had nosebleeds.
Mm-hmm.
What's triggered it? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was trying to debrief my crew here on some of the...
yes, she was telling us about the mission we are on.
Could you tell me more
And
about
both
this?
times she mentioned it.
Obviously,
She-
I
she
fucking
got
can't tell you more.
Try. I'm staring at the monitor on the helmet while she's trying to do this.
Well, I was trying to let them know that we were on a mission for
Roll
a rendezvous.
a body save.
It's a fail.
You see a spike in activity on your helmet, and you feel a migraine coming on.
Fucking rendezvous with the other. Ah, fuck. Am I really? You obviously said you know what this is.
Just proving my
Doctor-
hypothesis.
Is this really necessary? I don't mean to question your method, but
With slick sockets, I do not take chances. I need to know the full capacity of this. It's a very advanced slickware that's installed here. But for you, and as I'm about to press this button to flip this switch on the helmet, we do need to talk about compensation. This isn't free.
yes,
Right.
whatever your copay is, we can definitely pay it.
Well,
Money does not
Right,
work
right,
here.
Kiko?
huh?
Money is not a substance here anymore, as you guys can tell.
You don't accept credits?
They're useless. Why would I need it here?
All right. Well, what kind of payment are we talking here?
Drugs. I haven't had shipment of a specific type of drug in ages.
Oh.
It is for my own personal, and I need.
You know, it's your business what you do with it. What do you need and how much do you need?
Yeah.
Sycorax.
And how much?
500 milligrams. That should tide me over for some time.
Do I know what Sycorax is?
You can roll intelligence check.
$51. 28, I pass.
Sycorax is a drug used by people with cybermods, specifically. It grants benefits to those who have cybermods and pleasurable experiences to those who have things implanted into their bodies, and is highly addictive.
Hmm.
Where do we get our hands on
You have cyber mods?
this?
Yes.
Oh.
Will this be an issue?
We'll find it. I'll do what I have to do and I will find it for you. I'm not sure. I keep it in my kit. I will have to check.
500 milligrams, no less. And I take the helmet off and put it aside. And you could try to brute force your way around here, but if you haven't noticed, I do have some extra help around here that can ensure that ruffians do not go into my storage.
We have no intention of robbing you, I assure you.
Good.
Do you also mind taking a look at my cat?
What?
Do you have any expertise with that as well?
I'm like visibly taken aback, and I'm out of character now. And just, a what?
My cat. It doesn't have its shots. Do you or
I roll
do you know
over
anybody that performs
Kingsley and
But-
Odin.
veterinarian type of thing?
Not on this port that I know of, but and I'm just rifling through my cabinets and just grabbing out random bottles of pills and just being like, I think these are for animals. Here, you can have these. It's on the house. I don't know what to do.
Thank you.
I don't know what to do with them. We don't get animals here that often. What was your cat's name again?
This is Odin.
Okay. Oh.
I know she's kind of ugly, but I don't know if she has her shots is the thing. So
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay. I get it.
okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not realize you were allergic.
It's fine. It's
And this
just,
is Kingsley.
This is Lord Kingsley. You notice that he's got this like grafted pack on his back that's clearly a cyber mod as well.
That's a very nice mod you got over there.
Thank you.
What is it for?
Look at Dr. Ruha for a moment, doubting whether I should mention. No, clean slate. It's prolonging his life. Yeah, he's fucking old. I can't let go. It is what it is.
No judgment. No judgment
I
here
didn't
whatsoever.
think you would give me any. Thank you. I feel safe here saying that.
And I actually walk over and look over, and I said, "May I take a look?"
Sure, yeah. If there's any improvements that you could suggest.
So I open one of the latches and attach some cables to it with a computer. Do some quick diagnostics, add a couple of things, screw a couple of stuff, close it up, and I said, "You know, I had a dog just like this one. I've given him just a little bit of a more comforting mechanism. Maybe extended his life. It's best I can do."
thank you. Oh my god. We will get you your drugs. You can count on
Please
us.
do. Please get the cat out here.
Oh, here,
Please.
let's bring
apologize.
them
I will.
both. I'll bring them up to the little cart back up to Tommy and Buck and just peek out like, oh, can you watch them?
What?
And
The fuck
duck
is
back
going
in.
on?
Tommy and Buck, you just got handed the pets, and you're outside waiting with the noodles and a very intimidating-looking android who's watching y'all.
Odin is also yowling.
Odin's yelling. What would you like to do?
I don't know what to do with the cat.
What would you like to do with the pets, Tommy and Sanchez?
I don't know what to do with a cat.
It's not
They're both
very
in the cot.
sanitary.
But
Evidently.
they're screaming right now.
Buck, to your left,
Oh, yeah.
as you turn, the cowboy sitting right next to you. Hey, Buck.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Not so great, Ted. Nobody else can see you. They all say you're inside the noodle.
Noodles. Right. Let's open up that noodle a bit. Do a sanity save.
Oh no.
Well, that's a big old failure.
You see your vision goes black, and you just see this spherical orb again, and then it sits and then just explodes into a million pieces, and then there's a door opening, and the door rips off the hinges and just falls down and shatters into pieces, and there's just a doorway with light coming through it, and you see stars and space leaking through this doorway back and forth, just like a stream of data. And then you see what appears to be some kind of stream flowing, and it's flowing in both directions, back and forth. And there was a dam, but the dam gets eradicated and just flows into the water and just disappears. And suddenly you see the cowboy sitting next to you. Do you get it now, Buck? I need you to get it. The door is open. You can't close it.
What do I gotta do to close it?
There's no more closing, Buck. We need you to get that key.
Get the key, close the door?
The keys open the door, Buck. That's what keys do.
Keys lock doors too.
Not this one.
Tommy?
Yeah?
Tommy, the cowboy's back.
What? Buck, there's no cowboy. What is he doing? Where is he?
Tommy, you notice an empty seat next to Buck.
It's just an empty seat, Buck. I get up and move the chair. There's no one here.
You see Buck, the cowboy, is kind of just walking around Tommy as he walks over. He's just kind of like, whoa, excuse me.
Why can't the others see you?
The others. That's
can't-
right, Buck.
Oh, the others.
Why can't they see me?
You didn't say Theodore, you said the others.
Buck.
Tommy,
And you see the
Tommy,
cowboy starts
Tommy.
disappearing into like a bunch of light. Good job, Buck.
What? Did you just say the others?
Tommy, this is tied to the others. I think the things I've been seeing is tied to him. Ever since I touched that key, he said the key's is a doorway.
A doorway? A doorway to what, Buck?
I'm still trying to parse all this together. Where did the cat come from?
What? They brought it up from down below. What? Have you not? Where have you been?
I've been stirring the hot chili oil the whole time, not noticing my spoon wasn't in the noodles, and everything's kind of like coming back to me where I am in the present moment.
You smell the noodles. You smell the aroma of the different foods being cooked on the stove. The cook's back. He's just kind of getting stuff ready.
Buck, are you all right, man? Like,
No, man, I don't reckon I am. I don't want Doc to come back with some of those chemicals she was talking about, because
I mean, I have some pain pills on me, man, but it'll help with the stress, but
it's brain pain, Tom.
do you want
Is the
one?
cowboy? Is the cowboy still?
I don't see. There's no cowboy. Do you want one of my pills, man? I'll give you one of them.
Yeah, give me one. Give me one of those pills.
All right. And I give him one of my pain pills.
As you hand him the pill,
Mm-hmm.
your hand briefly makes contact with Buck. And I need you to roll a sanity save.
Hell yeah.
Nope.
Whenever a scientist fails a sanity save, every friendly player nearby gains 1 stress.
Oh boy,
Oh, yay.
I would be a friendly player next.
That's correct.
Good touch, Tom.
And as you hand him the pills, you notice behind him in the background a cowboy. And he kind of stops in the street and looks at you and makes eye contact. He's staring at you from across the street.
Buck, what did that cowboy look like?
Red hat, yellow.
As he describes
Yellow
it,
plaid.
the hat changes to match what Buck's describing. It wasn't wearing that initially, but everything he says, yellow shirt, white bandana,
Starch white bandana.
you see it just change and kind of materialize differently from what you saw initially.
Why do you ask, Tommy?
I think I see your cowboy, and I will take a pill.
Great. While he's taking this pill, let's jump back inside with Kiko and Ruha,
Okay.
Adrian.
So we got to get the cigarette. You don't know if you have this in your med, or do we have some on board? Can we? Actually, yeah. Let's. Why don't we ping Peter and ask him to check?
Yeah, I tell him to look through my medical bag. I think the chemist on the last port gave me the standard array. There might be some in there. I don't know if there'll be 500 milligrams, but there could be some.
Okay. Okay. Let me. You said that you have another friend right now that's experiencing episodes. Am I correct?
Yeah. One of our crewmates.
Let me take a look. Let me take a look at him.
Oh, okay. We can bring him down here.
Yes, please.
I'll go up, open the door, and you guys want to join us down here?
Yes.
Mr. Doc wants to say hi.
Kiko, roll an intellect check real quick.
Okay. Is there anything that might add to this? I don't know what it's for.
This is basically like a perception roll.
You're probably not. Nope, it's a fail.
You don't notice anything weird going on, so they join you downstairs.
Everything is weird, so nothing is weird. Come on.
I wield the cat and dog.
Just leave the cage out there. Just
Oh, all right.
The android takes the cord from you. He just kind of stands there holding it. I'll watch
Don't mind
this.
Betty White. She'll do her thing. You two gentlemen.
Hello. Hi.
What?
Nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
yeah.
Buckford Sanchez.
And we like
Dr. Chen.
I nod towards Buck and like raise my brows at Dr. Chen.
And you?
Me, I'm Tommy. McDowell, Tommy McDowell.
Okay. I was wondering if you had a last name. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick blood sample from the two, run an initial scan, and we'll go from there. I'll assume that the four of you will have my supplies ready by the time I wrap up this assessment.
What? I'm sorry.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, we can.
And
do
I'm already
that.
rummaging for my stuff and ignoring
He's
everyone
just
saying
gonna
it.
do a quick checkup just based off of, some of the things that Buck's been dealing with lately.
I haven't seen normal people in a long time. Just give me. So then I'm like, grabbing both their arms, setting up a tourniquet, and already I'm like jabbing a needle, taking blood samples. It's just a little prick. Don't worry.
And I'll, if Peter has pinged back anything, I'll meet him to get the stuff if it is on board.
You call Peter for
Yeah, we want to check if there's any Sycorax either in the med bay or in Dr. Ruhal's med kit.
Peter calls back. There's nothing in the med kit, but I think I found some in Baxter Veda's supplies.
Yeah, that'll do. I think he owes us at this point. What do you say, Dr. Ruhal?
Warden, have I witnessed Baxter Veda enough to ascertain whether or not he may have a dependence on his Sycorax?
You haven't noticed a dependence that he has, but you suspect, since he's a traitor, he might be carrying it.
Yes, I think that should be fine. I mean, he probably won't even notice it's missing for quite some
Fair,
time.
he brought a lot of stuff. All right, okay. I'll go get that while this is happening. Do the exchange.
Do you have a Band-Aid? Odin scratched me upstairs. I just don't want it to get infected.
And then I just grab a pile of bandages and just throw it at them. All right, now I just need you two gentlemen to step through the scanner. You won't feel anything, but close your eyes and please cover your genitalia.
What?
Just do what I say.
Good.
All right.
And I'm running the scan, and as images are going through the computer right now, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah. Okay, are we done?
oh, yes, you can stop right now. Sorry, I was just so distracted. Okay, good. Now you guys go and find what I asked for, and we will talk trade afterwards.
I come back
What?
in.
I'm sorry. You made a lot of noises when the scan was
Thank
going
you.
on.
Have a wonderful day. And I'm pushing everyone out the door.
Wait! I've got it here. Here.
You've got it?
Yeah.
You notice what Kiko has is like a liter container of Sycorax. It's like a huge portion of this drug.
This'll do, right?
Oh, this will more than suffice. This will last me several years. Oh. I won't
Where-
lie.
we should leave Baxter Veda here, by the way, everyone. Just so everyone's on the right page, because
We should bring him here?
this isn't ours, is what I'm saying. But it won't get back to you, Doctor. I assure you of that. It's
Wait, what
You
what
wanted
is
to
that
kick-
shit you're
didn't you
giving
wanna-
him, and how is this gonna help with the cowboy in my brain?
Well, didn't you want to kick Baxter out just the other day? Now we got to tell him about the...
well, what I'm saying is now we have to, because when he realizes that a liter of his product is missing, he's not going to be
can we
great
just-
to be
can we
on
just
board with.
pour out the amount that you were asking for?
I think we should pour all of it out and replace it with water. But, that's just me.
You don't think he's gonna notice?
I don't think he's smart enough to notice.
Well, I mean, what happens when he gives it or trades it or whatever, and then they're gonna come after him, and then he's gonna point them at us?
Honestly, he probably deserves it.
He did trade a thing that murdered a whole ship, as far as we're concerned.
But did he
Normally,
know?
tampering with drugs is not something that
Well,
I
look, why
agree
don't-
with doing. But in Baxter's case, I feel like a bit of comeuppance is due to him.
Let's split the difference and just give you, I don't know, 1,000 milligrams? Look, I'm not the scientist. I don't know how much there is in a liter. Let's just give you what you need. And then,
I have a skill of mathematics. Could I bring that
Well,
to
1,000 milligrams would be a
Depends on the
liter.
concentration.
1,000 is a liter?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I have another proposed solution. If this group will be willing to listen to me, so that all of us might be benefit from this. Are you willing to
Okay.
hear me out?
Yeah.
I've got and I'm pulling out this one drawer that's full of the exact same color shape medication as cigarettes. These are placebo pills, sugar pills. He won't notice a difference.
What's the difference between that and giving him a saline solution? It's not better. If he needs this, if somebody needs this, then
By the time he notices something's off, I'm assuming you guys would have written him at that point.
Honestly, if somebody gets bad drugs and they go after Baxter Veda, nobody is better deserving than him in my book. That's all I'm saying. Normally, I would not be okay with it, but
Wait. Okay, hold on. How about this? I'm gonna call Baxter Veda on comms.
You're calling Baxter Veda, but to clarify, 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter.
Yeah,
You're asking for milligrams.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
not...
A liter is much more milligrams.
yeah.
yeah,
A liter's like a huge amount, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. See,
I'm just
I knew.
clarifying for our viewers.
But either way, I'm gonna call him up.
wait, so we don't have to give up half?
No, it wouldn't be half, no.
So couldn't we just take a little bit off the top and just leave him the rest?
I'm fine with that. But to
That-
make this is...
fine.
Yeah? Tommy, you feel
That's
good about
way
that?
better.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, but didn't you, both of you, with the letters after your name, take some sort of oath not to do harm? Like, are there withdrawals to messing with this stuff? It sounds...
Son, where do you think we are? This is the
I-
void. This is the void. No one cares. I practice medicine and the art of science for a long time, following this oath. And where did it land me? In this pile of shithole in the middle of nowhere.
No, I feel you. But no, we're doing things right. I'm doing things right. I'm not letting myself be pushed in the wrong direction again. I'm just gonna call Baxter. I'm just gonna call him up on the comms.
Calling comms. Baxter, what's up? Hello.
Hey Baxter, I noticed you have some cigarettes on board.
Huh?
That you brought
It's
on.
not mine, man.
It's not yours.
I mean, like, I just had it on me. It's not mine, you know?
Okay, so
My
you wouldn't
friend
mind...
gave me it.
You don't mind if we just take a little bit of it as, like, part of the travel fee?
You have it?
No, we're just thinking of just, if we could just take a little bit, like, say, like, 750 milligrams. I wink at Dr. Chen.
Oh, you know what? I'm winking at you, but I get it. Yeah, I know you need some. It's cool. It's cool. You need to take some.
Okay. So,
everyone needs a little Sycorax now and then.
Right, that's what I'm saying. All right, thanks. Thanks, Baxter. Hang tight. Have fun.
So we're cool then.
Okay, bye. Yeah, he seemed fine. The guy's an idiot. Let's be honest.
So
I appreciate you asking before stealing his drugs, though.
Exactly. We're doing things. This is right. This is right.
So this will help get the cowboy out of his head and my head. We're good.
Oh, I don't know about any of that, but get this shit out of my head, Doctor, please.
Very well.
And I'm like pouring into the nearest cup I find some of the Sycorax.
After you're done, I sit you down and put the helmet back onto your head, and looking down, and I'm saying, this might hurt a little. Flip the switch on. And the helmet lights up. And you see a visible electrical pulse surround this helmet. And essentially what it's doing is generating an electromagnetic field and disables this slick socket for a temporary moment. But the sensation of that is, when he says that it's excruciatingly painful.
Ah, shit, what the fuck are you doing to me?
Yeah, just a little bit longer, don't worry about it.
Oh my god, how much fucking longer?
And I'm like furiously typing on the computer right now while it's still monitored. And immediately a prompt comes up and says, delete module. And click yes.
The module begins deleting itself from the hardware installed in Kiko's head.
How do you feel?
God, now that I can see straight, I don't know, I don't feel much different. Is it off?
It should be. It's completely off. It'll turn back on in a second, but it'll basically be an inert slick socket with no software or anything attached to it. Essentially just an empty computer that's in your head.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna go to take off the helmet. Do you mind? This is freaking me out.
And I'm wrestling through like a dirty bag and just like grab a whole bunch of color pills and I'm like handing it to Kiko, being like, "Here you go. Just take this.
Oh, those are some pretty powerful painkillers. Are you sure she needs all of that? Or?
Yeah, she probably will. She's gonna feel this for quite some time, but it'll subside
Kiko, just
in a
do
day.
not operate any heavy machinery for a bit. Maybe.
Like a ship?
Yes, maybe we should have Peter pilot for a while. And you see me looking over her shoulder, just like going through the pills. Like, really? Okay.
Is it all right?
It's quite a bit of narcotic, if I'm being honest. Is she going to be okay?
She will be. She just experienced basically an intense amount of pain right now, and she...
This is an anti-seizure medication. Is she going to have a seizure?
No, not if she takes the medication.
blood thinners. I mean, this should be okay. You're just going to be loopy for a while.
I take the anti-seizure and one of the painkillers. I assume is it pills for multiple days? I assume
For at least a week. You should be okay after that.
Okay. All right. So I just take
Don't
like
worry
the
about
one
that.
day's worth.
Oh, you're going to want to take that with food. Never mind.
Well,
I'm sure it's
I
fine.
ate some noodles.
Okay. Well,
I'll eat some more. They were really good. Okay. I feel fine. I don't feel anything different. Should I have felt something specific?
Well, at this point right now, it's not my concern. If you feel fine, then that's fine. But in terms of information or anything, I don't want to hear it. So, and I'm already moving on
Okay.
to Buck.
we'll test it back on board.
Okay.
Yeah, do that. Buck. Tell me about this cowboy.
Shortly before my slickware kicked on in the ship, I saw visions of a cowpoke. And he was talking to me, and I think I misunderstood him at first, but he keeps showing up and showing up. And I think it's tied to the others somehow. And Tommy didn't see it at first. Nobody saw it at first, but now Tommy sees it.
Tommy,
Tommy
you're
sees the
seeing it.
cowboy.
I saw him once upstairs right before you came out, and like as he Buck explained what he was wearing to me, like it morphed to be that, like it was something else for me, and then as soon as he was explaining what it was, he became what he saw.
As these two are trying to explain, I'm attaching electrodes on their head. While also checking their hair.
But
attaching
I didn't touch the key.
Yeah.
Is it contagious? Is it possible to be contagious?
I mean,
the condition in those people up above that you were talking about, Dr. Chen?
What? The people what?
I don't think there's any sort of viral contagion that at least I have seen.
No, I touched him, and that's when I saw it. Is I touched Buck, and then
You touched... Okay, well, this is contamination, I think. I don't know. I can't be sure. You see me grabbing some gloves out of a...
I mean, but Tommy shook his hand when we came in.
Tell me what you two see right now. Do you see this cowboy?
I don't see the cow. No.
Buck.
I don't see the cowpoke. No.
And as he's saying this, I'm raising the amperage on these electrodes. Just slightly.
You got it.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. He just kind of shows up and doesn't show up. Now's not one of the show up times.
Okay. You're really, really, really sure there's no one in this room right now?
Other than y'all and the dog. Theodore, cowboy, are you here?
Don't call
No,
him.
not here.
Turn off my machine for a little bit. You know what's interesting was that both your occipital lobes were very highly active when you first walked into this room, when I first scanned you.
What is? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, those
Your
are big
vision,
words.
you were experiencing visual stimulus that was outside of the normal pretenses here.
Okay. So it was like I was having a trip,
We're
basically.
tripping.
Either that or you just experienced a hallucinogenic episode.
But how did he see what I saw?
I don't.
Probably because it's airborne.
Dr. Ruo, are
What?
you alright?
Well, I just think it's funny that,
If we were...
Mr. McDowan has had more exposure than us, and now he's seeing the visions as well. And I just think maybe we should don our... What do you think, Dr. Chen? I
We've
think
been in
we
a
should
ship
don
with
some
him.
type of...
I feel like it's far gone at
Well,
this
he was
point.
contained in a tube, and Mr. McDowan has been keeping an eye on him. He's had closer proximity, more exposure than us, and now he's experiencing the visions. One must draw natural conclusions at this juncture.
I'm not contagious, right?
We don't know that because, you are the one that's been keeping an eye on Buckford, which is very admirable, but you were not wearing any type of...
I didn't know I needed to wear anything. I would have worn my headsuit.
We went through decontamination a couple times,
Yeah,
remember?
I don't think it worked. I'm just merely pointing that out.
Look, Lord Kingsley licked my face a bunch of times and he's not seeing a cowboy.
We don't know that.
I mean, he would have barked at
Lord
him.
Kingsley? Oh no, he's back up there.
He's with the android.
You said that you've experienced, Mr. McDowell, you said that you experienced the same episode when you touched hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like I was handing him a pain pill and our hands touched for a second, and then I could just see the cowboy. He was standing there out there.
Cowboy said the key was like a gateway, like a network. Maybe we're opening the network a little more.
Why would we want to do that?
I didn't say I wanted to do it, Doc.
No, I don't
I'm just
wanna
stating
do-
the
I don't
things
wanna
I've
do
heard
any of this.
in the events that they happen.
Well, but they haven't harmed you, right? If they were gonna harm you, it seems like they could at this point. They're just trying to... Didn't
Are you
Asher
seeing a
say
cowboy?
that they have trouble communicating?
Well,
Asher said something about yelling when you whisper.
it's true. he said that.
Not yelling when you whisper. Yeah, like they had a hard time communicating at our level.
Well, that would make sense given that they drove Asher insane. Maybe they are aware of the fact that they have this ability on human mind.
But... Okay, but the people that are here, are they being... Because we're dealing with two different things, right? The things that attacked the Alcatraz. Asher said that was not the others. What if...
But they were after the key.
Yeah, but what if
they were
others are
petting it. They were-
trying to
They
help?
were trying to keep it on board. Myself and Peter witnessed it. They kept trying to get back on the ship.
Wait, you think the others are trying to help?
Yeah, what if they... I don't know. What if they're dealing with these same things? You know, these creatures seems to be... Whenever we've found these creatures... Have any... Doctor, have any, fleshy, I guess, humanoid-esque creatures... Have there been any
Like
accounts...
this. And I pull out
yeah.
my data pad.
I immediately fall back and I'm like, get that thing away from me!
Oh, sorry.
Has no one here described seeing something like that?
No.
But notice how it's perfectly shaved. Does
Yeah,
that not
and
fall
I-
in...
It's
I think we
Roll.
know where some of your missing town members may have been going.
Let's see.
I
So,
dig up.
Tommy, real quick, roll me a stress check. And Adrian, what you see on the pad strikes you. It's this horrific mess of like people, and it's like biologically doesn't make any sense. But the one thing it does remind you of is the talk on the streets about the becoming. And these people that disappeared, remember seeing strange figures roaming the streets of the Voidport. They were described as horrors that everyone assumed were fake. They had to be, because these people are going insane. They're plucking their hair out. There's no way they could be real. But what you just saw looks a lot like what they described. And Tommy, let me know what that stress check came out of.
Yeah, I just barely failed because I took that pill.
You barely failed.
Wait, what? On the stress?
Um,
Did you do the two d10s? Just the regular? And you rolled
Yeah,
under your stress?
You're trying to roll under. Yeah.
Roll
And
No,
if I hadn't have
you're
taken
trying to
that
get
pill-
it over it. With this one. With the stress test,
Stress is the one thing.
you roll the 2
Then I succeed.
single die, yeah, and
Yeah.
you're trying to roll over your stress.
My stress is currently a 2.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
rolled 3.
It should be easy when you have a low stress, yeah.
The stress builds in you as you notice coming from upstairs down below is the cowboy. You see him just standing in the room with you now.
He's here right now. Yeah, the cowboy's here right now.
He's here.
Yeah, he's right here.
I'm trying to compose myself again. Buck, do you see this?
Do I see the cowboy?
Yes.
Buck, you do see the cowboy. He's come down the stairs. He's standing in the stairwell.
In the stairwell there,
And
Tom?
see, they're not touching right now, and they're both seeing it, which means that once you are infected,
We could test that theory.
Buckford, you know what to do. And you see the cowboy just nods at you as you point your finger. Do it, Buck.
Who
Do
wants
it.
to see the cowboy gang?
Buck, I am warning you. Stand back right now.
I immediately extend my hand.
What is happening?
Roll a sanity save
For
if you
this.
touch.
Well, do you have to roll for him?
I'll roll for you, actually.
Yeah, please.
Oh, it's super dark. You have failed. Sorry, it's dark over here. As you reach out for Buck's hand, there's a stranger in your parlor. It's almost a shadowy figure standing in the doorway on the stairwell on the way down, kind of staring at you.
Jeez, fucking.
Do you see?
Could you describe him for me?
You describe him, Doc.
Just a dark, shadowy figure.
Buck and Tommy, you notice that the color fades from the cowboy you're seeing, and you see a dark, shadowy figure sitting in the doorway.
He hasn't changed. He just has glowing eyes.
No. Don't stop describing him.
I can't.
What color are the eyes?
Welcome,
Doc?
gentlemen. And you see these glowing eyes talking to you in this void.
Oh god. Would it Ruha, I don't know. How to
I don't think we should engage in this delusion.
Okay.
We cannot possibly all fall under the sway of whatever is controlling them.
But I have this doubt of what if it's them trying to make contact?
Then I can't stop you. I just don't think it's a good idea until we know what their intentions are.
They are the ones that reached out to make peaceful contact with us. The Marines have been keeping it
It didn't seem
and I
very
sorta
peaceful to me.
cautiously, like, to make sure I don't start nose bleeding or whatever.
You notice that you're continuing to talk, and there's no disruption.
The Marines have been putting this under the rug, not wanting anyone to know, but people should know that there's other beings out there. Who knows, they could be responsible for lifting the shroud. We don't even know anything, but they've been keeping
Bingo. You hear the three of y'all hear the cowboy as she says that.
He said they lifted they lifted the shroud.
But how do we know that they're not responsible for those fleshy creatures?
Well,
At this point, I don't know. I'm seeing something that isn't here that you can't see. I don't understand any of this.
Well, can you ask him?
Why don't you ask Doc? You're the one with the gift of gab.
I don't know. Buckford, I'm serious. Don't. Stop it. Don't.
Dr. Ruha, slide me your data pad with that picture.
I do. With a pen.
I immediately hold it up to this figure. Are these one of yours?
Well, my friend, that's a big negative. No,
He's
not us. Another. Those are another. What do you say? Cowboy? What are you calling me right now? Cowboy. Another Theodore.
Species.
he says it's not him.
what's he say?
There's another species that. What do you mean? There's another.
Are they friendly?
Friends. Compadre. That's a big negative. Negative. No. That's a closed door.
He says
What's
those
happening?
things we fought aren't. They're not good. They're made by another that I don't know is
Sometimes
not a friend.
when an animal dies, the vultures come to take the pieces away.
I knew it. See, the others, they're trying to reach out peacefully.
Even if that's true, we don't have any slickware installed. Look at Buckford.
Yeah.
If we jack in, our brains could break.
Buckford, go ahead and do another sanity save.
That is a success.
You see the cowboy. He grabs his like a stick out of nowhere. He starts like scribbling on the ground. There's no. You think he's trying to draw on the dirt. There's no dirt, and he's trying to draw some kind of shape. A vulture.
Can I think of dirt?
You think of dirt. You can kind of see. Yeah, you start seeing like sand and sediment kind of being scratched in, and he's drawing like a humanoid shape. And it's got like a head and hand. It's like almost like a gingerbread man shape.
Is that us?
That's the vulture. You know, when the trash comes out and the raccoons come to pick it apart. I don't think I'm saying that right.
Do these opportunists, do they scare you?
They're like children picking apart a fly.
Don't understand.
You and me both, compadre.
That door is closed, is what you said.
Their door is closed. My door is open, but you opened the door to all the doors.
Wait. Their door is open too, or it's closed?
There's one
How do we
room,
keep-
the door's open. It's wide open, and we're in it.
So we should close the door.
How do we close the door, Buck?
What are they?
How do we close the door, Ted?
You can't close the door. We're in their room now. You're surrounded by them.
We're surrounded by what do we call them, vultures? The anothers?
Kiko,
Yeah.
what would you like to do right now? There's a bunch of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm
What's
just
your
watching
crew?
them. Ruha, I don't. Okay, so they have access to the. Does that mean they are the ones that should have the black boxes, and we let them do the communicate? But I want it.
If you want to, you can. I just I do visibly. How does Buck look? Because up until now, his condition has been deteriorating. So I think that would be my main.
Buck looks a little panicked, a little stressed.
Unhinged.
Yeah, he's kind of
But how
eyes
much
are
of
darting
that?
back and forth.
How much of that is us telling him that he's seeing stuff that we not, that we just didn't understand, and him being stressed out?
Kiko, I understand that might be some of it, but you also have to understand that we know someone who came in contact with the others and he was driven insane.
Yeah, you're right.
If Buckford is indeed speaking with them the way he says he is, and he keeps talking about a door he cannot close, I think this may be the information and sensory overload that we were warned about. This could be actually breaking his brain at this juncture.
Okay. But what can we do? I mean, we don't know how to. Dr. Chen, you're seeing what they're seeing, right?
Dr. Chen,
I do.
Do you have any modifications in yourself?
Nothing that will help with any neurologic. I do have a slick socket installed. And my assumption was that I had slickware to prevent any psychological breakdown installed.
Oh, you have that installed already.
Correct.
Right.
And what I would like to say at this point right now is that the slickware does kick into high gear.
So, as the slickware kicks in, you see this cowboy almost like staticking out and just starts fading away. But you can still hear the voice in the room as he talks. So everything that you just heard previously, you still are aware of.
I think I know what's going on.
What?
What is it?
Whatever these beings, wherever they might be, I don't think they mean us any harm. If they did, I can guarantee you that they could do a lot more damage. What they had the capacity at this point. However, I think that the way that they communicate, and I'm talking about the benevolent ones, it's so much information that the normal human mind will actually collapse if it tries to process that much information. It is critical that now that you guys, and I'm like taking a breath, it is critical that you guys all have slick sockets and stuff.
I don't do mods.
You will need to, or you will go insane. It is too late.
Tommy, this is huge. This is first contact by a seemingly peaceful. They're not trying to harm you. This is a momentous occasion. They're reaching out. They're speaking to you.
Is that you talking, or is that your mission talking?
No, it's not my mission talking. This is momentous. They didn't even want it. They weren't going after it. I'm the one who's been wanting to.
If we install it, can we uninstall it after this?
I mean, it's up to you. I'm just trying to tell. I really, it is. I'm just saying that this is like everything that civilization should be leaning towards is knowing what else is out there, knowing that we're not the only ones.
Doc, can you uninstall this if I get this installed?
I can inactivate it, but I will communicate the same thing that I did to your captain, in that the socket will remain, but we can make sure that it remains inert.
I have a question. If this is inert, how easy is it to reactivate?
I will provide you the equipment, given that you guys have done me a great service here. That'll allow you to activate and reactivate it. It's highly classified military tech,
But you're telling me that someone else could reactivate it.
Yes.
That was my concern as well. Kiko,
This is why I don't want mods.
I agree with your sentiment. I don't like the idea of being controlled by anything.
But I do not want to go insane.
Tommy, as you say this, you see the shadowy figure with the glowing eyes staring at you still.
Look, there's a lot of things that I'm realizing that... What I'm realizing is that the Marines weren't not telling people to keep them safe. They're not telling people to hide information away from you all, and it's not to benefit people. And I wanted to be a part of this to help others. And exposure to new life forms and new technologies and all of that information that could come to us, like this is helping. This could lead to so much more, and whether or not do you want to just let the Marines do it and brush it under the carpet and tell no one what's out there? Hell, how many times has this been done? And maybe we don't even know. They've just kept it from us.
Well, we know of at least one mission.
Exactly.
If we don't do this, will Buck and I ever recover, or is this it? Will we slowly slip away and then never? Fuck.
If it's similar to what I'm assuming is the other life form here that I've seen, these raccoons, as they call it, or scavengers.
That's what the cowboy referred to them as?
Kind of.
Scavengers?
Kind of.
It's just vultures.
Vultures.
Vultures? But the crew was not dead. Vultures feed on corpses.
Weren't dead? What do you mean? They were made of parts of...
I mean, they were
people.
abducted and put into that creature, but they were alive at the time of their abduction. That's what all the clues pointed to.
Yeah.
Vultures feed on the already deceased.
I think that they're
The
mentally...
people out there are prepping for something. They are very much alive, but I think we know where they're going to end up.
They're
I mean, if you-
prepping for neurological death.
Look, when the cowboy talks, he uses multiple words to try to tell us what he's thinking.
What else did he say?
Gateway. The gates are open. We're surrounded by
He's-
them.
We're in their room now.
Yeah. We can't
the-
close the door.
The door was closed for the others, the vultures, and it's open now, and they're all around us.
Like they've somehow come in. I guess?
Infiltrated
Is
us.
this-
Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
No, you leave a gate open at night, the pests are gonna get in and start raiding your goods.
Exactly. I want to do, as they're talking, I'm going over quickly to Buck and Tommy, and I take a tweezer and I take a pinch of their hair, pluck.
Okay.
Okay, so good. Now, in the past few patients I had dealt with, when I plucked it, it only elicited sounds of pleasure when I did that. I don't think that these two are afflicted with whatever creatures are out there right now.
Okay.
Itchy.
It's
So we can at least rule that out.
good.
So we can at
Good.
least...
No, that is a comfort.
No,
I would
it is.
prefer not to have half our crew incorporated into some type of...
But that makes
Chimera.
sense because if the others are truly helping, they're not the same thing, right? So we haven't been afflicted. So the people out
Where
there
does
have.
the key fit into all of this? Is the key what unlocked this gate? Is that why the gate is open now? Is that why they're here? Is that why they're chasing us? Because we jettisoned the gate in this space and now they're here? Did we bring these creatures here?
I don't know.
It might just be we were the ones closest to the door when it opened.
No, but you're right. Did we bring them here?
Do we have to get the key back to shut it?
Cowboy said you don't close that door. You guys, I don't know. I don't know.
So then how do we get out of the room?
Ask the cowboy.
Do
they know how? Can they help?
Do you know how to close the gate? Do you know how to close the door? What do we do about this situation?
The shadow figure looks at you right in the eyes. Says, "Well, we'll need to meet in person for that."
What is in person? I'm not even sure you are a person.
Correct. You are bingo. Absolute. Yes, positive.
When and where?
I
And how?
believe we are already on trajectory for this.
We gotta go meet him, you guys.
They'll help.
Let's go meet him. Yeah, let's go meet him.
But careful. You're
Okay,
surrounded by
that-
varmints.
We are. I didn't hear that, but still.
How are we How do we get rid of them? Can we get rid of them?
You hear a banging
I-
upstairs.
Banging?
Dr. Chen, you said that the woman from the chop shop, she killed herself
Yes.
after removing all her hair.
Yes.
What if everyone that we saw plucking their hair were to take their own lives, and then the vultures were to, how good is Betty at fighting?
I'm gonna
She's
look around for any, weapon.
Where's my gun? I need my
weapon
gun.
I can use.
I have it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Uh-oh.
Reload that.
The cowboy shadow disappears. Gotta go, Buckford.
Do you have any weapons down here, Dr. Chen?
I have a
I
trank gun.
I immediately open up a latch with 2 assault rifles that they're for
Right.
emergency situations.
Absolutely. May I?
Please.
You hear
Lord
the door
Kingsley?
open up.
I'm gonna run up. They are not fucking touching my dog.
You run up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have her back.
Both of y'all run up.
Damn it, Kiko, I'm a doctor.
If nobody else is grabbing the other assault rifle, I will try to pick it up and do what I can.
Got it. So 3 of y'all are gonna go up.
I'm gonna wait. I feel like a lot has just happened, and I don't have a weapon. And then the ghost alien cowboy kind of disappeared, and I'm losing my shit a little bit. So
It's just you and Dr. Chen. Just
I'm just gonna go warm myself a cup of noodle in the corner while this is going on. Just saying, it's a normal old day.
Betty White was the android's name?
Yes.
Yeah. You hear Betty White's voice on the comms. Negative. I just commissioned. Negative. The 3 of y'all go up, and what you see is a headless, ripped apart android. The pets are against the wall, and the little crate's been kicked against the wall. And there's a giant amalgamation abomination in the room of the noodle place. The cook is nowhere to be seen. And there's 3
Shoot
human
it!
jaws.
I shoot!
Shoot
You
it!
Go shoot!
Roll for fear. Fear save, everyone.
Okay.
It's up there.
Fear save. Success. 25.
Success.
Failure.
Failure.
Yeah.
Tommy, you are frozen in fear.
Yep.
Failure.
Ruha is also frozen in fear.
Shoot it!
Yeah.
Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
Fuck off!
Speed check.
Oh god, okay. I'm adding my military training to this. It's a fail. On speed. Shit.
The creature races towards you, kind of coming at you. Take a shot.
Oh,
Combat
is it
check.
attacking me?
He's racing towards you in his turn.
Okay. Closing the distance. Alright, and then I will shoot. Combat and my military training. Yes, I got a 5. Success. 5. So that's
You succeed against the armor save.
You said this was an assault, right? Let me get the rifle stats.
Oh yeah, you gotta look up the stats.
Let me see. What? Wait, what was his armor save? Did he?
It was a 40.
But was it a success for them? Or
Success, yes, you succeeded.
No, but they did not succeed, right?
They didn't. You succeeded.
Okay, great. Let me get the stats. Rifle. Is it a smart rifle or a pulse rifle? Let's just choose a pulse rifle, I guess. I don't know, or a smart rifle. No, a pulse rifle. It's better. I'm not losing Lord Kingsley. Alright. That is 20, 30, 31 damage.
You blast off parts of its neck. And just little bits fall off. It recoils with pain. It reaches down. You notice it reaches down to grab the parts that came off, and it tries to stick them back on. And like you see, it just the mouth opens up, and just this mucus just kind of vomits all over itself, and like the parts kind of stay stuck onto itself.
The kitchen is like right behind us, right?
Yeah.
I sort of like I start sort of moving back into the kitchen, trying to, if it's following me, position myself, maneuver so that it kind of follows. This is the plan, is to get it kind of close to any sort of gas pipe I may see.
Got it. You want to get near the stove then?
Yeah.
You're going to close to Timbuktu.
Everyone, the rest of you, get out of here! As I start this movement.
Right. And it's going to swipe at you as you make that move.
Yeah.
I see if I get this right. For nothing. No, wait, I succeeded. It swipes at you with its claws.
Shit, I failed. Wait, what am I doing? An armor save?
Armor save. Combat
no,
check
I
was
failed. I failed.
32.
I failed.
Fuck,
what's the damage?
It attacks you for 6 damage.
6 damage. Alright.
The claws are strange. They're like, you notice it's like humanoid fingers melded to some other kinds of bony-like structures. There's other parts in here that aren't human that are mixed into this thing. It swipes for 6 damage.
Shit. Get out! Or at least make some room. I'm gonna try and burn this fucker.
Let's go back to the top here. Speed checks everyone that's here.
Oh.
Sorry.
I mean, maybe you
Turn
hear
after.
stuff and you come.
I hear this gunfire and the shuffle upstairs and this loud roar.
Do they hear me telling people to get out, maybe?
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just
you hear
loudly
her saying,
slipping my
get out, get out.
noodles.
I
I-
pass.
You pass, great.
I fail.
Fail. Kiko, what would your speed save?
It was the first one was oh yeah, this is a new round. It's a failure.
Failure. This one is a failure. Ruha, you're going to be going, and then this creature, and then Tommy, and then Kiko.
Okay. So Kiko just said she wanted to set it on fire. From the enclosed space we are in,
Yes.
do I think that is a risk to her or the animal?
It looks like it could be a risk to her for sure. The animals maybe less so.
Okay,
The
well, I don't want that.
Stoves are on, so there's already gas.
The stoves
being-
are on. That's what I was going to ask. Is there like a noodle pot and the stove
Yeah.
is on? Okay. I'm going to use the skill I'm good at rather than shooting it. I am going to attempt to like brace my weight against the wall and like kick it sideways, Black Widow style, onto the burner.
Okay.
And I have some skill in close quarters combat, so we'll see if I can knock it off balance or kick it in that direction.
All right. Well, let's roll for it.
So is this going to be my CQC plus my combat?
Yes.
44.
44. You succeed.
Wait, no, she's rolling.
Oh,
No,
okay.
that's my
That's a number.
I got exactly 44. I'm not even
Oh,
joking.
okay, great.
I think that means.
Well, that's
I think I failed because I'm at the threshold.
Really? Is that how it works?
But it's also a crit because it's a 4 on
Well,
both
so it's
dice.
either a critical failure or a critical success. We have to figure out if it's the.
I'm not even making
Oh,
it up.
wait,
On the
hold on,
threshold.
hold on. Let me see what it's. Okay.
Meter beat?
as it
Is
add
that what
or
it
lower
says?
meter beat.
Well, but the opposite.
What are the odds? I need to find a way to get one more in combat just to avoid that situation.
10 squared, right?
Equal to or under your stat
You're
to
equal.
succeed. It's a critical success.
Critical success. Ruha goes in for this.
I was good.
Amazing.
You go in for a kick. You're trying to knock it off its balance and get it onto the burner.
Yes, I'm very cinematic about it. I use like the narrow hallway we came up from
Yes.
to kind of use that as leverage to do a side kick. To try to get a little bit, yeah.
Tommy, you just see this crazy maneuver from Ruha as she just strikes
Fuck
this
yeah!
thing. And it just hits, kind of falls back on, and then it hits the pot where the noodles are. Hot noodle water goes all over it. As the water hits and scalds parts of it, you see that it starts falling apart. And then it hits the burner and then like kind of recoils in pain. It looks pretty damaged.
Yeah, Ruha!
Tommy, it's your turn. Yeah, it's fine.
Right, so this restaurant has a bar, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's got a little bar.
Okay. I would like to try to grab something similar to 151, something high alcohol content,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
And
throw
drink
it.
it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And I do a handstand back fling of it. No, I toss it towards the mass of beings. As I yell, because there's probably flour in there. Shoot the flour.
Got it.
This is my explosives expertise.
Okay. Let's roll.
Okay.
Okay, what number am I trying to beat? Which?
It should be a combat, or I guess I don't know for this maneuver.
This will be a combat check, and you're specifically using your explosives, your intelligence about explosives to kind of inform this combat check. What happened?
Oh, I fail?
Okay. Is it a double?
It is 66.
Okay.
Would you have to roll?
I would have been 45.
It's a
You get
critical
a
fail.
+5 if there's a friendly marine nearby.
It's only for
No,
Marines.
no, it's
right?
only for Marines.
Oh,
You know.
So you throw
oh yeah.
a bottle of alcohol,
fuck.
and it just smashes next to the creature, and the creature looks over at you, and just closes the distance between you and it, kind of bypassing Ruha, and it's making an attack on you.
Oh no.
4. Do me an armor save. Is armor save?
Yeah. Armor
Or-
save
yeah, armor save.
from the defendant.
So that number is 35.
Is that under your armor save? Wait, did you roll it?
Oh no, yeah, the number on my character sheet is 35 for armor.
Mm-hmm. So you have to roll. doing all
Oh,
the
okay. I'm
same.
sorry. I thought they had to roll under. No, I am way above.
You fail?
I failed.
Okay, cool.
But not doubles.
Okay.
The creature scratches you for 6. 6 also.
Okay.
You get scratched. The claws scrape across your chest as well, you're scratched. I don't know what to tell you. All right.
Scratch at the night.
Tommy! What?
Speed
I
check.
am screaming.
3 of y'all speed check.
Well, wait, I didn't go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
I gotta shoot this. I'm not gonna watch him fuck up my crew.
Shoot the flower.
This is what I do. Oh, well, shit. This changes things, though. It went after Tommy. I was gonna shoot the... Okay, positioning, though. I see I'm in the kitchen at this point.
Yes.
They're on the other side of the bar. The creature went back out to them.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. I'm just gonna shoot it to try to lure it back to me.
Sure.
Is it on fire?
There's small parts of it on
Small
fire.
parts of it? Okay, yeah.
It wasn't hit with the alcohol. It's more burned and scalded.
Shit, you know what though? I think that was a good idea. I'm gonna grab a bottle from back here too.
Sure.
And just lob it.
Love it. You're just throwing a bottle of alcohol at it.
It seems a good plan.
Got it.
Spread the fire.
It worked so well.
I'm gonna do combat check on that, yes?
Yeah, go ahead. You don't want to shoot it?
Well, can I do both?
Yeah, that's true. You got 2 actions.
Yeah, we should be doing 2. I'm gonna throw it and then shoot it. So I'll throw first. The throw is a failure, so watch out.
Yeah. Tommy, the bottle breaks next to your head. We're gonna come back because Ruha, you also have another action, and Tommy, you have another action besides the initial.
Mine
thing.
was, I ran over to grab the bottle. So,
Okay.
Oh, so you did 2, yeah.
yeah, that was 2. Yeah.
The bottle breaks near Tommy. Would you like to shoot at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And oh my god.
There's flammable liquid next to me.
Well, it's quick thinking. You're asking a lot, but I did miss. Not critically, just a regular effect.
Yeah, the bullets go stray. Within the throw, you
Okay.
just got off kilter a little bit. Ruha, you have one more action besides your kick.
Okay, so the creature is by Tommy.
Yeah.
There's stuff cooking on the stove, correct?
Yes. It knocked over one pot, but there's more.
Is the pot hot?
Yes, it's filled with boiling water.
I'm going to grab it by the handle. Not full of boiling water, ideally.
Yeah.
And empty it and just hit the creature in the back.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to like hard things.
Go ahead and roll the combat.
Oh god. Do I still get my CQC bonus?
Yeah.
Okay, so just under 40.
It's absolutely close quarters combat.
I got 53.
Is that a success?
No.
Oh, okay.
I needed to beat a 44.
You go a little wide with your swing.
We're killing
You're overzealous.
it. It's great.
You miss, so you go wide with your swing. The 3 of y'all roll me one more speed check.
All right. Oh, hey, it's a success this time.
Great.
Big success.
Big success.
Failure.
It has also failed. So Ruha and Kiko will go first. Tommy, what'd you roll?
Oops.
Oh, is
I rolled
My-
a 5.
What was that?
Buck gonna come help?
Yeah, Buck, did you want to come
Yeah, I feel like hearing the commotion, and then like I hear the combat starting to shuffle over me into the kitchen, and I'm hearing pots and pans, and I kind of look at Dr. Chen, who's eating his noodles, and
I'll go up there in a second. Yeah.
Buckford J. Sanchez, what have you gotten yourself into? And like, I'm gonna steal my resolve and like run up the stairs to my crew.
Okay. You
I rolled a
rolled
95.
You rolled 95? Okay. So you'll be going last.
Okay, so yeah, Buck should do some speed, a speed check.
Yeah, Buck, do a speed check.
I do Sycorax. I rolled a 40.
40?
Was that? But it's based on your speed.
Oh, I'm sorry. And my speed is a 37, so I did not.
Okay, so you're taking some time to get up. But Kiko, let's see. You know what? Let's start off with Ruha. Ruha, go ahead and add on your next turn. Now that you swung with the pot, you missed.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 2 actions.
I did miss. I'm close to it now.
Yeah.
So I am going to just put my revolver next to its head,
Sure.
not pointing at it because that penetration could be a problem, but this way and just pull the trigger.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for combat. I mean, this is you're like point blank range, so we're gonna call it a little bit advantage.
Okay. So I get to roll twice?
Yeah.
That's good because I failed. And I succeeded. Okay.
Great. You blow its head off with this thing. As soon as you hit it, for some reason, the parts just like eradicate. Like the shock of the bullet hitting through causes the mucous membrane to kind of break, and just Tommy, you're covered. Parts are on you, and the creature kind of just stumbles back and falls to his knees. Kiko, you notice this too, that the creature is falling to his knees. It's twitching, the arms are twitching, and it's just kind of like, it's like trying to get up, and you see like the mucus is kind of spewing forth from the top of the neck hole. What would you like to do?
Fill it with water!
Kill it with water.
Hot water before it congeals, recongeals!
Fuck, is there some hot water nearby?
Yeah, there's another pot of noodles.
Oh no, grab the pot and just throw it over it.
You throw it, or you want to pour it?
No, pour it. Yeah,
Okay.
throw the water.
You pour it in. So you pour boiling hot water into this creature's neck hole, and
Yeah.
it just steam.
Metal!
So the body's twitching, and then like it slowly starts to subside. And there you see it's just kind of like frozen. The mucus seems to have hardened in the heat.
Okay. Are we... Is this... I'm gonna go grab some oil and pour it all over.
Got it.
As it's staying still.
Yeah.
Just look at everyone. Actually, I'm gonna... Point of order. I'm gonna grab some napkins off the counter. Some paper napkins. And just drag this body outside the shop.
Got it.
Then pour the oil on it. And light it on fire.
You light it ablaze. The three of you are watching it burn. It's one of the things that was on your ship.
I am so happy I took Krav Maga for stress management.
That was amazing, Dr. Ruha.
Thank you.
Chen, as you
I
come up
did
to assess
shit
the
all.
situation,
I'm looking around, and I'm seeing like my shop completely destroyed. I look directly at, Dr. Ruha, who's I assume he's still in the kitchen. And I'm like, well, it's not as bad as last time when this happened. Good job.
Last time?
Yeah. I'm walking over,
Off.
grabbing Betty White, going back downstairs.
Oh. Go check on the animals. Are they good?
the animals seem fine. They're a little like
I'm fine too.
shaken. Tommy's covered in parts.
Fuck.
Mucus.
And
Oh
Tommy
my
can't
God.
scratch.
Fuck. Good boy.
First the cat, now whatever the fuck that was.
Give him a treat.
I could really use a bowl of noodles.
Oh, yes.
As
I
that,
sit
whip up a
down
fresh
and grab
batch.
the 150.
well, as that thought hits you and Tommy gets his drink, kicks it back, Buckford, you hear in the distance. Just multiple areas, multiple places. And then as you look to your left, you see the cowboy sitting next to you, holding a cup of coffee. You're surrounded by the varmints. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh my god. We
Thank
can't
you.
leave Dr. Chen.
Thank you for joining us for the next episode of Eclipse. Tune in next week for another final episode. I don't have a name for this one yet.
Tune in
But,
to find out.
Tune in to find out for sure, yeah. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you, Neuro, for joining
Thank
us today. It was
you.
great
Thanks.
playing with you.
Here, guys.
And we'll tune in next week and catch us the VOD on YouTube. And for sure, hit us up on Twitter if you have any questions or comments.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.